Am I the asshole? I told my husband he didn't have to ask my father to marry me. Summary: my husband and I eloped after finding out we were pregnant. My father wasn't supportive of my pregnancies at all because we weren't married. Then had gone no contact with me because we didn't ask permission to get married. My family thinks I should have asked anyways, and I am the asshole. For context, my dad is my stepdad, but he has been involved most of my life, so I've always called dad. He and I have never had a great relationship, but he is still my father. For the past 2 years, he and my mom have had a rocky relationship, and for about 6 months, my mom came to live with my husband and I. We weren't married yet. They live out of state. During this break, my dad started seeing someone else. I got pregnant, and when I called to tell him, he was drunk and told me he didn't want to be a grandpa and I needed to get married for him to be happy. Come to find out, the day before his girlfriend had called to tell him she was pregnant as well. I ended up miscarrying, and suspiciously so did she about a week later. Not long after, my dad had a stroke and broke his leg. Since they were technically still married, my mom went back to live with him to take care of all of his medical stuff since he was in no shape to do so. They apparently worked it out enough that they decided to stay together. It wasn't my life, so I stayed out of it, and I told them I love them both no matter what. Although he hadn't officially proposed, my husband and I set a date for our wedding. We knew when we wanted it to be, and he had a plan for proposing before then. I told my parents, and they told me it was good we were getting married since we lived together and were trying to have a family. My mom is very religious. I took that as support and told them the date we had set for the next year, and I would plan by myself. About 6 months later, I got pregnant again. Since I had complications with my first, we were so happy because we were told our chances of getting pregnant again were low. We decided to elope and postpone the reception another year since I would be almost due and we wanted to save money. When I told my parents, my mom was happy and my dad asked if I knew how condoms worked and left the room. They later both asked me if we still planned on getting married, and I told them about the elopement plan. They both thought it was a good idea. They then called me 2 months before our elopement date, and my mom tells me how angry my dad is with me that my husband hasn't asked him permission yet. That it's bad enough he knocked me up before marriage, he should have at least called to ask to marry me. In my 30 years of life, most of with him as my father, I have never once heard him talk about being asked for permission to marry me. And the point of eloping is so you don't have to do all the extra steps. We were just being considerate by telling them our plan. Also, I told them if anything I don't want my husband to ask because women are no longer property and I make the decision of who to marry, no one else. We have since been married and had our daughter. He has not come visit claiming it's because of his health yet. When I call or video chat my mom, he will leave the room and refuses to talk to me or look at her. I have offered to come visit for my mother's sake, and she either cancels last minute or wants to meet in another city. Yet, at the same time, she and my dad's parents guilt-trip me about how I have hurt his feelings by leaving him out of my life and not letting him be involved in important moments, like agreeing to let my husband marry me. I have told them it was never my intention to hurt his feelings, and if things were handled a little better, I may have been more open to it, but my feelings matter too. Some family members have told me I should have asked since he is my father, and it's a respect thing, an age thing, religion, you name it. I stand by my decision. Even if I'm the asshole, I would just like to know what people outside of this situation think.